All right, welcome back. It's time for our inaugural Defending the First segment, where we expose the enemies of the First Amendment, free expression, and free thought. All right, check this out. Last month, Rockland High School in California placed history teacher Julianne Benzel on paid administrative leave after she had the gall to question whether the school would let its students walk out. To do what? Well, to protest abortion in the same way it did to promote gun control. Now one of Benzel's students is putting her question to the test by organizing a pro-life walkout set for 10 a.m. local time tomorrow. Joining us now for more is Julianne Benzel herself. All right, Julianne, this is good because this is like, you're a hero of the First Amendment in my view, because the students in all the organizations who organized, and they did it really well, the March for Our Lives and the various walkouts that have occurred over the last month or so, they got huge participation. They got huge media coverage, and most of it was overwhelmingly positive and glowing. What have you found with your effort at your school?
Basically, the only large entity that I know of that has taken up this pro-life walkout cause is Tony Perkins of the Family Research Council. I was thinking, and to your point there, that perhaps there would be other, maybe a Clint Eastwood or a brave movie star from Hollywood, because they had George Clooney funding the gun protest walkout. I was hoping maybe for, a few other people to join, but you know what? It's all about grassroots and what we are feeling. The pulse of the nation right now, particularly among young people, is extremely exciting.
Well, I think it's interesting that we're talking about saving lives, which we all want to do. We all want to have sensible regulations that don't run afoul of the Constitution. And in this case, the dominant culture does not promote the cause of life. In fact, they call the cause of life anti-abortion rights advocates. That they don't refer to pro-life on CBS or MSNBC. I know, because I used to work at both places. They say you're anti-something. But I'm finding students across the United States, and you see this at the March for Life every year, Julianne, are much more open to the idea of, wow, this really is a human being. Why are we doing this to the new generation of Americans? We're just snuffing them out, million at a time. Every year, another million, whether by chemical abortion or by surgical abortion. And yet the media, they act like this viewpoint, this pro-life viewpoint, doesn't even exist.
Correct. Well, and that's precisely why my very brave student, Brendan Gillespie, chose to stage this as a pro-life walkout, not anti-abortion. We are for all life. We are for all students who have lost their lives by guns on school campuses. But this is a pro-life. Every life matters. And you're precisely right. I forgot her name right now, but the outgoing president of Planned Parenthood, who said that her goal was to destigmatize. Yes, that her book, her goal was to destigmatize abortion in the United States, and I'm sorry, but that has not taken place. Two recent articles that I just read gave very specific statistics that the majority of Americans and the majority of women are pro-life, not for abortion.
All right, Julianne, thanks so much. We'll be following what happens with this brave push to advance life in a different type of walkout.